Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a Lure plus Trickster against Scotland 6. So what this combo can do is that, first of all, Lure is kind of scuffed against Scotland because A, it has a double city land, which means you can't really deal with this like very easily and very early. So you kind of run the risk of land 2 back to back, and it's gonna threaten a Nightcast route and also flight into the ocean twice. So you kind of need someone to help you solve this. You can't really solve this on yourself unless you drafted some good cards. Um, but luckily, Trickster can deal with this with Lure, just because Trickster has a very strong opening, which is impersonate insight. So the existence of Trickster actually makes up for the weakness of Lure into this matchup, and yeah, so we can try and see how they can go. So first of all, I think Lure is likely going to take board E because board E has an inland land that is touching every adjacent coastal, which is very, very strong. And Lure actually needs a land to touch every coastal. And Trickster probably can start on board D, and then on land 4, Trickster has a range like if I Trickster's gonna start this person in here, right? So within two range of Trickster's glow, they can go into here or here, and then they can touch his land within one range of impersonate insight. So what that means is that you can actually use Trickster to stop Lure's land 2 on turn 1, which is like super safe. So yeah, Lure on board E and Trickster on board B. Land 4 and the highest of the land with the Han. Sure. And Boer is going to be 8, 2 in 8, 1 in 7. Beast in land 8. Add a beast in land 8. Okay. So the only thing that kind of matters is that I don't have adjacent beast on the worst board, so it actually is kind of tricky if I'm gonna do the standard opening, which is second and peril. It's making sure I'm putting them on the right place. It's going to be 8. Okay, sure. Yeah. Right. So with everything set up, we can just look at the first initial explorer. So land 2 coming up on turn 1 is actually very good for Trickster, just because you can freely solve this by impersonate insight, and that is going to be very, very huge. So turn 1, um, so I guess Trickster can just help out Lure solve this land, and then Lure can just use Beacon, Peril, Pocket is inland. I think this is what I'm gonna do. Another land is actually to lure the stuff in here, which solve like two lands, but I'm pretty much fine with taking a bite on land 6 and solve Lure's problem. Yeah, I'm gonna impersonate the inside into here and then arson here so that I can just solve like two problems. And Lure is gonna do stuff here, so whether it's wetland follow up or sand or mountains is going to be solved immediately. The worst case is definitely mountains follow up, which means I can't really do too much on land 2 because I'm using impersonate insight on turn 1. So yeah, let's just do this, see what happens. So Lure does the very standard opening, which is like pick the energy and element button, getting one plant and playing Carol and Sophic back in. gain and pay, and we can add a presence on land 5 because it's the actually I'm gonna add a presence on land 4 just because it can I can potentially copy back and here depending on the situation where I'm in, and I'm gonna grow. As for Trickster, I think it's gonna draft a miner first. And Gok, Constancy. These are these are very interesting drafts, I have to say. Ah, so Constancy can potentially help out Lure get out of the reclaim loop and potentially go to 4 card plays or 5 card plays. I'm pretty sure it's not very necessary because Lure reclaim loop is strong enough, but I think it's very fun to actually be able to do this. But again, I have to play Implicit Insight on turn 1. So it's actually questionably good. Thing is actually Gonk, because beating Lure element is basically equal to just the proliferating Lure, and which is safer, because Lure doesn't have to do anything else. It just needs to take the support instead of having to grow again. I think it's actually going to be Gong. And also, Trickster doesn't really need that much elements. It only needs an air. It is trying to solve problems, so I think it's a very good card to go for. And so do I need to go rush 3 card plays next turn? I believe I can, and I can even take the Gonkan myself if I can have 3 air. It's very tempting to do like bottom track rush, so I'm gonna just do this. So Trickster grows into, I think I'm probably gonna grow in land 1. So that now we can use the trap ability to push the Dahang into land 2. And then I have a, let's see what happens happening on land 6. Trying to solve it if I can. So let's see. It's a spirit targeting card, so we're gonna have a redraw to fear, and push is good enough. So yeah, I'm not gonna complain with this actually. This is a yeah, it's actually a land soul. All right. So then we are gonna finish our fast phase. Proceed to the events, skipping the first one, build in the jungles, build a city, and we explore into mountains. So mountains, as we said, is the worst case explore for us. I think we are kind of have to take a play on land too, depending on situation. But I guess it's still gonna be fine. So I'm probably gonna softly back into here, gather, gather the Han, gather beasts, peril, one fear, add a badland, and then I can push the Han, sending them closer to the coastal. And I've left an 8. Hmm. Wish I could just gather this one, but guess it's not very necessary, huh? Oh, let's execute impersonate and arson first. Impersonate, arson. Next turn, I probably. Hmm. What if? What if I just give Lure some elements? Hmm. So, so that peril here, is it enough? I believe it's not enough, right? The dudes are gonna die. Yeah, it's not enough. So I guess I have to use the weapon here. Replace a tower with 2 dudes. and then use the right nade to destroy all these for one here. And the next turn apparel here to completely empty the inland. And I guess I'm gonna be good. So an interesting thing is that if I arson there and strike here, this land is gonna not take any Scotland 6, and next turn I still have some action to solve land 8 and land 5. I think it's not a bad idea. So this is a turn where Trickster goes for 3 energy and a throw, playing the rest of the cards, taking Gong on itself for 2 air, and then Lure is gonna throw into the animal spot, and then use stuff again, I guess. Lure can take what? Take a moon to potentially solve any coastal towns at work. Gonna place my presence into land 5 and then see what happens. And Trickster goes into land 3. Okay. And uses the harm push, probably into land 5. So we're gonna use, first of all, we're gonna use, let's see what happens into land 8, in case we arson and lose our presence and nothing we can do about it. So if we have 3 animal, we can do 1 damage, but we can't, and it's also not jungle wetland, so it's a whiff, but I guess it's gonna be okay. We're gonna do over enthusiastic arson to here, just so that we can pocket this land. And doesn't have fire, so we are pretty good here. So Trickster also uses the Rising Blade to add a strike over here, and then lure to fear, kill off this last city. And as long as we don't get hit by some increasing aggression or thriving trade, we're going to be very ahead. And that is pretty good on us. Let's event. No bravery. Good thing we are stage level 2 and we have kept all these dudes. And damage per beast, sure. Oh wait, did we add a beast over here? I think we didn't add a beast, right? Because we gathered 2 beasts. Taro is gonna add 1 beast. Oh, that's gonna be enough to kill all this stuff. I don't have to. Oh well. But I guess it doesn't really matter that much. In each land, push it a harm per wetland or disease. Um, no text. This is actually pretty bad. Because destroying the dude is gonna make this town not ravage. I guess it's gonna be okay, but still it sucks. We ravage into here. And then Scotland 6 is also gonna happen. And the chain reaction is pretty bad, I have to say. And I guess Lure is gonna take the escalation, which is also pretty bad. But we'll see. Probably not as bad as I was imagining. So Wetland Explorer. So before exploring, I'm gonna have to take escalations on board Lure's board. Relatively, hmm, like I don't really want to keep forced to solve land 8, but I guess I have to. I guess it's fine. I break the pocket, but then next turn I have a reclaim Sophie Decan as well. Can gather, or I can just use the left and A to replace a town with 2 dudes and do shenanigans. So I guess I can escalate into here so that I have 1 less land to deal with. I think it's not bad. And of course, I'm gonna take the Gordy special, Trickster score. Sure. Okay. So gifted on tamed wilds. I can add a wild to one of their lands. I can add a wild in this jungle, perhaps. And Trickster has a unexpected tigers, probably targeting this land. Gather these into here. 1 fear. pushing it into the jungle. And Lure has the left innate to replace these with two Qs. And we're gonna gather them into here. And then we're gonna use the right innate to destroy stuff per stra. Alright. And I'm gonna generate one field to do this. Time passes. Then Lure reclaims with one energy and do the same stuff again, I guess. Or do I? I think it's better to use this corrected play, right? Yeah. Then we get two energy from his growth. Get a plan as well, doing the same thing. Next turn, draft a card and take the gong so that we can have a better turn, go into three card plays. So this turn, Trickster definitely reclaims, and I prefer to go top track so that I can actually uh, have enough moon to do stuff. And I guess I can probably go gong. So lure can do something, but I guess it's not necessary, huh? So I guess I don't need to gong. I can just do arson to be able to actually solve lands more efficiently. And Trickster goes into here, push the Bahan to here, and then move this presence into land 3, I guess. So now Lure can actually Trickster can go into here in case it needs to solve Lure Spur so that Lure actually potentially could have some ability to gather stuff from land 3. Depends on the situation. But also, I prefer to just take Blight on land 8 and Arson land 1, TBH. Because there's no adjacent city on that one, so it's actually kind of safe to do this. Yeah, I think I like this idea more. So I'm gonna use arson into land one as fire. So you're gonna have generate one field, destroy the town, add a blight. Fix this. Then we have the right innate, adding a strike on land 5. Then we do left innate on land 8. Potentially we could hope for some defense, and that there's the defense. So yeah, it's not bad. And we could forget Unexpected Tigers to get the Carapace Land and for 1 energy, which is good enough. Then Lure has no fast. Right. Moving on to the events. Heavy farming is fine. Please destroy. No text. Dahan to a jungle or wet with Dahan. So jungle Dahan, jungle Dahan. Remove a dude from the inland land. Hmm. It's not really that amazing, I guess. But removal is removal. Not gonna complain too much. So Fountain Ravage into Scotland 6. And this then takes a double flight and Wetland Ravage, Wetland Build. And we explore with Escalation into mountains. So I think Escalation is gonna go here and here. Then Mountain Explore again. So Mountain Explore is usually bad because look at this back to back. Lure can't really solve this by just doing reclaim looping, but luckily we have a Trickster, so it's gonna be not hard to solve. So I'm going to just do impersonate and inslide into here. Add a stripe and then kill the city. And lure can just do soft back in. So how am I supposed to solve land 3 is the question. Hmm. What if the answer is actually escalating to here and then solve it back in? And next turn, Trickster has a has a fast drive at, so it's not gonna be that hard. Yeah, so I'm gonna solve it back in into land 5, trying to pocket land A so we don't have to deal with this land anymore. And we can gather some Dahan, some Beast. Guess Beast has the most text, so I'm gonna just gather Beast into here. Can also gather a Dahan, actually two Dahan. Then we do Peril, one Fear, Badland, Beasts, push two Dahan to here. Then we do Legendate. Um, moving this into two dudes into here. Then right innate, one Fear, destroy all dudes. And then the only thing that actually is worrisome is land 5 and land 8. I can probably take a light on land 8. Hopefully it doesn't show up in the stage 3. And then line 5 can basically be solved by a impersonate arson next turn. And a fast drive here, pushing some hall into here. And I guess my board is gonna be done. This land is gonna be what? There's a problem. We literally don't only have 5 damage. So I guess instead of gathering this town, I have to gather with my own town and then parrot here. I'm pretty sure this time I'm not miscounting, so reclaim, I mean not reclaim, time passes, lure grows and draft another miner, playing the rest of the cards, and then looking for good element cards. We need moon, air, plant mostly. We have a Seer Anger, which actually has a lot of tax, not gonna lie. Rights is also a very interesting card because it can stop the build over here, and potentially you can just solve this land next turn without having to donate further actions. Song of Sanctity is also a very interesting card because we can actually heal Blight. So looking at the situation, I don't think I need any more plants, right? Yeah. The only thing we need is probably air, actually moon. So land rice is actually a card that I'm considering, but also I need a sacred site to use rice is the thing. Or hold on, we may just let Trickster get enough elements for lure. Depends. So Trickster probably grows into land 3. It can push it high into land 3 as well. And then I like to go top track on Trickster. And then Therapist needs some fur, right? So I can't really do this. But what if it's actually Therapist? I guess I don't need to play Arson this turn. I can play Impersonate Insight, Gong, getting ourselves a air, and then I can give lure 2 of the same element. What if I do this? Lure just drops a air card, which Lure doesn't have. So can't really replay the city, but I guess it's gonna be okay. Replacing city is not the most immediate thing we want. But what if it's actually 2 air? Oh, but I don't have half moon. Oh wait, what if it's actually land? Right, Rise of Lands of Rejection plus, yeah, I can replace two towns. And I think I like this idea. So I'm gonna have a sacred site into here. Okay. So we do rights into here, shoot fear and stop the build. Swallow, shoot fear, killing these. And the Trickster has a double stripe add with a special rule, adding one extra. And then we use the left and eight to. So what am I hoping with the left and eight? Actually, it's very, I don't know. There's no point of me, let's see what happens here, unless I'm expecting to pull out a Drought or Scour exactly, or Diamana, or even Lens of Home. Actually, if that was the case, I might even want to threaten a Blight Cascade here by hitting it here, right? Because if any of the Blight adding cards hit, I take a Blight Cascade, but then solving this land. But I also only have two cards in the Blight card, so I guess I'm not really happy to risk it. Like I guess I just use it on land 8. Confounding is very interesting because whatever the city is built, I can push it away. But the thing is, do I want to push it away? Maybe I want to, depends on the situation. But it's a card that is good to have. And um, thing is, what do we forget with this card? Is a very interesting question. Like Carapace land is a zero cost defense. I think it's generally better than confounding. Also, arson. Did we forget arson? I think it's time for us to forget arson. Not gonna lie, because I think lure is basically very online now. I don't need to let lure do. I mean, I don't. Hmm. Yeah, think I can expect to receive some help from lure's part. Is something I'm thinking. So even if some towns explored, I can still pretty much deal with them. Plus, I guess I'm gonna draft a major next turn and see what happens. Right. Event Titan it. Um, huh, sure. Actually, it's not bad because this event comes with the Dahan ad, and if we added some Dahan here, it's gonna be able to kill a city instead of only a town, and that actually has a lot of text. And Beast Destroy, sure. Fear card removed from Beast. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Because now I can just actually solve this land 3, which has a city, and usually it's very hard for Trickster to do this, but with the tight knit, it's actually possible. And we ravage Scotland 6, mountain build, don't build, build a city, build a city. I can push it, but I don't think I need to push it. I can just let it go in jungle wetland. So jungle wetland is first of all it's 4D special. So every coastal is going to be explored on Trickster board, which is pretty bad. But again, it's not a too bad a thing to happen because that means I don't have to solve land A because mountain is not showing up. I can just take flight here because it takes too much energy to solve this land. By energy, I mean action economy. And jungle wetland explorer. So this land is again pocketed, which is pretty good. Wilds. Alright, so we can now do impersonate arson, I mean impersonate insight here, killing off the rest of the stuff. And then, yeah, this land is solved. As for Lure is actually starting to have tech. Lure uses the left innate. The first repeat, I mean the first original one is gonna happen here. So now it's gonna turn into two dudes. And the second repeat probably happens here. Actually, I mean, it's gonna happen here. Is it true though? Because Trickster next turn has a free strike bet. Probably Trickster can just do stuff over here. Yes, I guess it's more important to stop a city build. So I'm gonna instead do it here and add a wild so one of its lands. So next card is Postal, which means adding a wild doesn't really have too much text unless you have two wilds in the ocean, which in the Postal, which is not gonna happen. So I might as well just add a wilds into land 7 and see what happens. Right. So time passes, Lure reclaims, and then from now on, it's gonna just reclaim Ruby's best card, probably B3, and get to energy from the right innate to have enough energy to pay for them. And then, oh, the element is I'm gonna decide later. Before that, I'm gonna just let Trickster reclaim and draft a major. So usually at this point, Trickster has scaled its track enough, long enough, and can actually start begging for majors. But I'm really looking for some good 3 cost OP 3 cost, which now I have a whiff. Pyro, Pyro doesn't have text on the jungle wetland, and here is not good enough. But also I kind of can threshold this. Kind of interesting. I can deal 4 damage over here. 4 damage is probably good enough. Because I can do Carapace Land, Pyro. 4 damage is enough to kill these. And then I can push a town over here with Carapace Land, and this land is sold. So I guess it actually has text. I'm gonna go for Pyro and forget Confounding Mists. Playing Carapace, playing actually, I don't have enough energy to pay for all of them. Which I think it's still fine. Yeah, because we can just do the normal play for one more turn. Yeah, it's not too hard to have the ability to utilize this part. So we can just wait for one more turn. But can I actually do it this turn? Is the question. I guess I can. I don't really have the good element, so yeah, let's just don't even think about it. Now we can have some moon and take the gong for 2 air so that lure can now solve cities. But the thing is, there's no cities for me to actually solve, right? They're gonna only explore towns. So I guess the moon is not necessary. Just going for the plant, which is also not very good, but at least it's doing something. Oh, actually, there's a city, right? The jungle is gonna create a city, and also here is gonna create a city. So I guess it's still worth it to take a moon. Right. So now, first of all, with a reclaim, I'm gonna get myself into here with Trickster, and Trickster uses the right innate to add a stripe over here. If I want to be super safe, I can add another stripe into here to play around increasing aggression. And I think it's actually very critical for me to not uh play into like bad events. So let's do this. And Trickster uses the left innate. So Can probably use the Leptinate into this jungle or here. I think I like to do it here so that I can actually try to solve this land, or maybe here. Yeah, let's do it here. 2 damage. Oh, kind of insane. Huge. And I can take this card for getting. Um, I probably can forget Carapace Land because next turn I can go to the any spot. Oh, I still don't have enough energy. Well, I can wait for one more turn. Don't worry, smile. Because I can also just go for a redraw. Depends on the situation. Because I don't think this card is that amazing into this specific situation. We can do Swallow on Lua's part, and then we'll believe it. Putting down roots on an inland land on each board. Replace a dude with a town. So how bad is that? I can replace this town basically for free, and on this board though, have to do it here. But it's actually not that bad because I'm having a bunch of city replace anyways. Stricken. Stricken is giga bad, I have to say. Because this city is gonna let this land build and it's not gonna clear. But it's Trickster stuff, so can't really complain about it. Each player may push stuff with the Han. That's actually pretty good. Stop the city build, and we can push stuff into here. It's not going to ravage for sure, but then I don't really care if it ravages because I'm swallow set up here anyways. So yeah. Oh, putting the okay, yeah, sure. Ravage, skip, don't care. So these are basically. Oh wait, I can let this ravage skip from the field card. Yeah, sure. That's one less blight. Kind of huge. So Mountain Ravage and then Scotland 6. Oh well, sometimes things happen. But even if this happens, we are still pretty much ahead, not gonna lie. Uh and jungle wetland build. There's no build. There's one build and this one build. And next turn is surprise, coastal. Let's go a dude here. Town, and explore a dude here to prevent another city build. And then we can explore town. Okay. So so actions. So jungle weapon is gonna ravage, so I guess I'm gonna just impersonate an insight here. Impersonate, insight, from here. Pretty sure there's not gonna be another stricken. And so I probably hmm. So this card is hard to threshold, which means I think I prefer just to just redraw this card. Like 6 damage is not a bad deal, but again, we can just let Leo do all the heavy lifting as well. So I guess can just spend one energy to add a strive over here, and next turn I push it the Han to here from probably here, and these are gonna trade, and Lure replaces this with some dues, and then we're gonna be good. Yeah, sounds like a plan. And we'll use the left and A. The first repeat is gonna happen on exactly land 5. One fear, 3 dudes with some with a strife. And then we can use software backend, gather, 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 and get another town, which should be here. This one. And we do Peril, one fear, Beasts, Badland, Riding Eight, destroy two dudes, one fear, and I can use the Sophie Backhand plus Peril to get a Dahan over here. And I think we're gonna be good. And passes, Trickster, Reclaim, drafting another major. And this is much better. Aimdom is one of the cards that is very efficiently dealing with problems. Also, Settle Down is a card that I'm considering. Blazing as well, but I don't have Destroyed Presence is the issue. Um, so Aimdom kind of breaks our loop. I mean, breaks our energy income is the main issue. And then I'm regretting to forget that Carapace Land because this card is actually not that bad. It's definitely not a bad card. I can probably take this over Pyro and then looking for minor drafts to actually make this card work. Yep, I think that's the plan. I'm gonna play exactly the same cards again, powering up um Lure, and Lure just does the same degenerate thing. Taking a moon and taking two plant, actually taking two air from the thong. Trickster takes that one. The thing is, I think I'm forced to take a flight either in here or here. Station, push a flight into, push a onto here, right? And that's just let's see what happens. YOLO some defense. Also, this is also gonna be a problem. Oh, forgot to build here. Yeah, I'm gonna take a flight here. Oh well, guess it's fine taking a flight on land 6. But I think I am supposed to try to solve this time. So this is let's see what happens. And just okay, push the Han. Um, sure. I mean, sometimes things happen. At least it's one energy, which is not bad. So we do swallow into here, a total of 6 damage, and also two fear. Probably something is gonna save here, right? And Trickster adds a strike into here. And okay, so we move on to the event. Hardworking settlers. Uh-oh. Wait, where's the city come from? Oh, I forgot to dismantle the city, right? I think I only dismantled one of them, which is here. Yeah, I think I should have dismantled the city. We're gonna briefly reduce into here and then just be destroyed for one extra fear. Okay, so hardworking settler is gonna cause a ravage here and here, and if we do bottom, we can actually save like 2 flight, which is very amazing. So we can just do bottom, one fear per player, remove invade the deck, and we can skip ravages over here and here. East also count as Fatland, sure. Remove from two of your, okay, easy game. We can also remove from here, making this land easier to solve. One fear per board, and then the Han defense, sure. So jungle wetland is gonna ravage, 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 ravage. Flight, Scotland 6, and then we do coastal build, build. It's no build, and build a town. And next turn, it's going to explore into Sands Mountains. It's accelerated, which is kind of scary. And Mountains. Alright, so now we can have an impersonate insight trying to solve problems. I probably just strive here, solve this land, and then um I can probably solve this land by let's see what happens. So I guess lure can still do the softly back into here. Gather, gather. Then we do left and H, one fear, making into dudes. Then Trickster can use the personal insight, kill it all. Then we can use another uh dismantle into here for like two dudes. Then we do peril, more Batland, and add a beast within one range. Probably just over here. And Trickster can spend one extra energy to strike into here. We can use the right innate to fear, destroy all dudes. Alright, so I think this coastal is kind of solved. Yep. And Trickster reclaims. So we do these three cards with the top track. And probably Threshold Settle. But again, Gift of Nature's Connection is just too good, right? Kind of don't really want to part with it. I guess still do these three cards. Uncovering the Annie spot. Yeah, next turn we can actually use Settle if you want to, depending on the situation. And Lure, Reclaim, 1, 2, 3, gain and play the same cards. Gong with air, and these elements. Trickster can go into here and move its presence. I don't think I need to move presence, right? Yeah, I can just okay. We do swallow. 5, 1, 2, 3, 8 damage, killing off everything. Also 2 Trickster strike, and let's see what happens into land 6. Here deal the monsters, good enough. Here, push it into here to die. And I can forget, call it 10, getting this card. Okay. Uh, Ominous Door, Dawn. 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 cards in play that generates fear. Can remove a city. Or we can just remove stuff from here and solve this land completely, which is pretty good. 1 damage in a land with beasts to the heart, and you land with I think it's dude here, right? On this board though, nothing's gonna happen. 5 for Fuel Daha can qualify. But different land, get up to 2 Daha and 1 damage if Daha are present. Hmm, probably gather Daha into here, deal 1 damage. Like this is basically a free Daha gather, which I don't think I'm using this. I'm pretty happy where the Han are. In coastal lands, I would add a city, which I don't think it has any text. Remove on each board, and then matching a Ravage card. which is from coastal, which are dying anyways. So, okay, so now we do the coastal ravage. Blah, 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 blah. Then the mountains build, build. And we explore into sand wetland, sands, sands, and wetland. And also for the special. Okay, alright. I'm assuming this board is basically done, which means I can start gathering stuff from here. So let's just do this. Use socket backend, gather town, gather dude, gather dude, gathering some Dahan. Then we do peril, frontier, fatland, beasts. Don't push Dahan. Use the left and H to replace frontier, 1, 2, 3. Then we can use the left and eight again. Probably dismantle from here into 2 dudes. Probably need to find a way to solve these 2 dudes. I guess they're gonna be flying. Can use the right and eight to kill 4 dudes. Oh, I can also just swap it back and these into here. So it's gonna be 4 extra dudes for 2 here. The next turn I can swallow for 5 damage. 5 damage is not gonna be enough, but with Trickster's help, I guess it's gonna be fine. Then we can impersonate insights. Huh, sounds weird enough, but I guess I'm gonna do this. Oh wait, I'm lure, right? I can just ignore dudes. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. I can sense mountains gonna ravage, huh? I guess it's still impersonate insight here, killing the city as much as possible and clear on stricken. Not very sure. Okay, so we go time passes, Trickster, reclaim. I'm still trying to find a good major to actually be able to solve this. Maybe it's too big of a problem for me to solve, huh? Maybe I'm not supposed to actually think about it at all? I mean, yeah. We can just borrow some lore's help to deal with this. Alright, so I guess this is the time where lure actually grows, playing the rest of the cards and drafting another minor card, looking for a good element, and razor sharp, Siemens, treacherous waterways, Falcon Tangled. Falcon Tangled is not good enough, but I can actually try because it has good elements for lore. So it's gonna grow into here. And Trickster. Uh Maybe Trickster can play Settle with 3 energy and impersonate insight this turn. Like I just need to get a plan and then everything's gonna be good. So I move my presence into here. And first of all, I use my left and eight. Sacred presence may count as Fatland and Beast, and be two here. A total 2 Badlands for 4 damage, killing off Beast. Then we can use right and eight. If it has Beast to deal 2 damage and +2 because this Beast exists, so it's gonna deal a total of 4 damage. And lure has a right, which only can only be used in land with the Han. Also from sacred side, it's gonna be a bit spelled. Actually, no, I just used that for the Han push. Easy. Then we do Dark Entangled, 2 Fear, Defense 3. Pretty sure it's not enough, but it's elements. And also Trickster has a random let's see what happens. So every other Ravage is being solved. I guess I can just see what happens here. Lord the Unknown, which is good enough because it can stop the Citadel. And we can forget here the monsters for 1 energy. Right, event. Missionaries arrive. We don't have that much sun is the main issue, and impersonate is too good of a card for us to pass, and we don't have enough energy to pay. So I guess it has to be the top. So on each board, discard. If it has sun, force from the hull. Otherwise, replace the hull with the town, which is quite bad. But oh, this has sun. This doesn't have sun. So I have to replace. Um, this is so awkward. Oh, I could push stuff from the home, by the way, which doesn't really have much text. I guess I can push it over here. Actually, push it over here. I have to replace the home with the stuff. Hmm. Can't be here because it's ravaging. These are gonna build. This is also ravaging. So, uh, I guess it can be land one. No, these are all ravaging. What the heck is this? Oh, okay, let's do it here because it has too much tokens for me to actually try to find it out. And also Beast Destroy, sure. So we need to return to the deck. Minus damage doing ravage, don't heal. Okay, at least it's not gonna add a blight. And 7 damage. It's yeah, it's actually getting closer. Versus Stephen, the secret set with Invader, so Lord's gonna get 1 energy. And this land is like evented by 2, which means I can just counter attack and solve it, which is good enough. So Sands Mountains, you're gonna Ravage. There's no Scotland sits on this board, which is good. But we need to Scotland second here, and here. Also, this is gonna Ravage, take a flight. This is before the Scotland 6 happens. On each board, destroy presence, remove a town. So there's gonna be no towns on this board whatsoever. And I'm gonna remove this town. Removing the town here probably doesn't really have too much text. We also need to destroy presence, probably from land 3 and from land 8. Okay, so after the Scotland 6, we need to build Sand Wetland. So sands, wetland, and we explore into mountain jungles, which is the last part. Mountain jungles. I probably have the misplay, which is I don't really have enough time to kill all the cities. Maybe it's a lie, maybe I can. Depends on the situation. So mountain jungle, mountain jungle. Okay. So I have 3 cities I need to deal with. This is gonna be killed by Carol. I mean by Swallow. This is probably killable by Settle. Actually, I might as well just kill stuff from here with Settle. So this is also going to be sold by Settle. And here, what do I need? I need uh 3 fire and 3 wait, hold on. Hmm, I actually don't have enough to kill off this city though. Maybe it's a mistake for Lure to not actually do the replay move, huh? Hmm. Is there an out for me to do anything with this? Because Settle is able to solve a land, but huh. We might have to wait for the Ravage to happen. I think I pretty much have to, right? So I can wait for the Ravage to happen, but then it's gonna be very risky. What if urbanization happens? I just lose. Yeah, it's actually very close. Oh, wait, hold on. I have an out, because if I have Settle, I can use the right innate. Oh, yeah, 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 because my presence is gonna be counted as presence. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be sold. I can add a wilds in one of the lands huge. I can add it here. And left innate, some random fear, and gather. I'm gonna gather stuff into here and use the right innate. From here, kill off. Right? So this is what's gonna happen. Trickster reclaims and play this and play an animal fire card. I need a plant as well. Plant fire card. Get an animal in the track. Yeah, that's exactly what we need. I can also get the energy and lure, reclaim, play swallow, and basically it's the only card that it needs to play, but um you can also just play these cards just for fun because you can see how lure is broken with 4 card play. So we just do swallow, killing off these, and trickster with a reclaim and has a presence to here. It can grow into here and like running boost with a reclaim. Then we can do settle with the threshold to here. My presence is counted as Badland and Beast, so this land is going to deal actually 3 damage with the threshold in settle. And I can use the right innate to 1 Dahan and 1 city deal damage. And because of the presence counting as Badland, I can just kill off this one. And I also have some fall off damage, which is if the land has at least 2 damage, so I can also kill off this town. And we just win. Okay, it's still a very kind of safe game. The only unsafety we found was from the working settlers, and even then, I think we're still gonna be good. Over the course of the game, we took 2 blight, which is the land 2 coming up on turn 2 on Lewisburg, and 1 from Harson, 1 from Ravage, and 1 from Ravage. I think it's still kind of a reasonable amount of blight we've taken. We just one off from being blighted, and that's like very, very late game that we go blighted. So I think we've hold it long enough. So yeah, lure is a good spirit, except that they can't really deal with the very front loaded Scotland initial explorer, at least for based on its initial kit. So Trickster is a very good addition to this to lure's weakness. And also, the late game Trickster major build is actually pretty fun because once your track is basically done like this, so basically, I think Trickster, the like The track that Trickster actually need, first of all, the first spot that Trickster needs is the three card plays, right? This one. And then I think I prefer to go for these pretty much because this is plus one energy pretty much if you do in-person inside every turn. And this is actually another true plus one energy. So these are actually able to make you a 4/3 spirit if you count the plus three energy per turn and also the minus one energy for the reclaim loop. So you're like 4/3 and have a reclaim loop. And also you have kind of a weaker version of draft return by the let's see what happens. And then once your energy budget is stabilized, you can try to draft a major and looking for a better way to wrap up the game. So that is how I think Trickster's late game major build actually kind of works. It's also a build that Trickster does major literally on turn one, which is also a good way to play Trickster because Trickster, I mean, like double growth is busted in general. You can just do the reclaim loop and three energy and still have kind of a very good energy income, even though you haven't really scaled your track that much. Also, the ending spot is in a very interesting spot because when you drop the major and you get just one element off, you can just try to scale to here and then try to start to spam that major. But yeah, it's a very strong spread. And hope you guys enjoy this video and we'll see you next time.